Excellent. Well, Robert, we do have a question for you from our chat room, live at 30oddminutes.com. What's going on?
We do, Robert. So people want to know that if you know that you're disconnected from your body, do you actually have different kind of sensations while you're outside of your body traveling around?
Did you hear that? I can pass it along. So are you actually hearing, smelling, feeling, or is it a different kind of sensation when you're out of your body?
You have all the normal senses, but they are greatly enhanced, many, many times stronger than they are in real life. For example, if you are flying over, let's say you're 20 feet high and you're flying across a lawn and then some pavement and a road, as you are flying over it, you will smell and taste the grass and the grass roots and the dirt and the asphalt. You'll taste and smell the oil and in the asphalt. And if you pass over a tree or through a tree, for example, you will strongly taste and smell the sap and the bark and the woodiness of it all. So your senses are greatly enhanced.
Right. No, very interesting. And so what about the difference between an out-of-body experience and a near-death experience, where people, of course, might actually clinically die on an operating table and then come back and have all kinds of sensory experiences?
The only difference there is the power of the experience. Now, the big problem with an out-of-body experience is remembering it. Everybody does it every night, but remembering it is extremely difficult. Your subconscious mind, you could say, filters out astral projection memories in order to keep us grounded here in physical reality. The same way as it filters out clairvoyance, clairaudience, all psychic abilities are generally filtered out to keep us grounded here. Near-death experience is just a very vivid out-of-body experience, but because you have physically died, there can be some spiritual connections, connotations there. You may see deceased loved ones, you may not, you may have an afterlife type of experience, but it is essentially the same type of experience.
So are we saying when you die, that silver cord that attaches you to your body, does it sever, and now your consciousness is free in this astral body?
Yes, when you physically die, you could say the energy cords that connect you to your energy copy, your astral body, start to erode. And over a period of time, I'm not sure how long this takes, it may take hours or a day or so, I don't know. You know, realistically, probably an hour or so. That severs, and when it does sever, you are, as you say, an astral projector, a very powerful real-time astral projector existing in the real-time astral zone. And in this stage, you are a typical ghost. And most people will spend, it varies a fair bit, but on average they spend about 2 weeks in the real-time zone as a real-time spirit, which is the same as a real-time projector, only more powerful. And after that, they fade away into the astral realms, you could call them the heavens, the Bardo realms, where most of the processing of your life experience occurs. In something very similar to the dream state, where you process every detail of your life.
Right. Now, you sent us a graphic of different levels, right? Different astral planes, right?
Yep.
If we could bring that up, Andy. So we've got, this is when you're leaving your body, you can visit various planes. Is this, are we on one plane right now, living and awake?
Well, imagine that we are existing, all of these dimensions, they don't have a spatial location. It's very difficult to put fourth dimensional concept in the three-dimensional. Imagine all of these dimensions, the 7 astral planes which are shown in your picture, the traditional 7, are superimposed over physical reality. They don't exist in any place. You can't point to them, right, because they're already here. The spirit worlds, the heavens, all the other dimensions all exist here, superimposed over the other. You can say they are different frequencies of existence. Different vibrations is another way of describing it. But when you enter these from a real-time astral projection and you go into the astral planes, you will often perceive the planes laid out like the pages in a book, like that diagram, and you will find yourself going up through them one at a time, and you'll be aware of going through each one, and the colours relate to the colours of the spectrum. And each plane, as you go through it, if you look back down, has a surface skin on it. And every one is the same. They're different colours and complexity, but they all have grid lines extending into infinity in all directions. And you find the squares, which they, of course, the grid lines make squares. If you could show that graphic of the astral plane's surface skin, the blue one,
Yep, right.
that's the one. That stretches onto infinity, and on the higher plane, this one is about the 5th or 6th astral plane. They don't have signposts up there, I'm guessing, relating to the throat chakra, the blue colour probably. Now, each of those squares, when you dive down onto it as an astral projector, is about the size of a very large football field. So they're quite large, and those coloured diagrams there, in the centre of that, the centrepiece there is, on that particular plane, there's a violet jewel structure there. It was difficult to get to depict that with art, so we just did a blob. Now, if you penetrate that surface skin in that particular place, it will take you to the highest level of the astral planes at the top here. Now, if you go through one of the other colours, it will take you to a different area. If you go through the squiggly bits on the side, each of those go to different astral planes, realms, and areas within the astral planes. But the complexity of each of the surface skins, as you come up through the first astral plane and look back down, you would see like a desert scene, grid lines, beigey sort of colour with a few rocks scattered around, a bit of sand. Very, very plain. The second one is a little bit more complex. The third one is a fair bit more complex. And they increase in complexity and beauty as the higher you go. And they're absolutely awesome to see these during an astral projection.
Right.
There's a sense of bigness there.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. All right, Robert, stay with us 1 second. We have to take a very odd break. We can bring that up.
And now, an odd fact with Matthew Moniz.
A mole can dig a tunnel 300 feet long in one night. Isn't that odd?
This has been an odd fact with Matthew Moniz.
Thank you, Matthew. I feel like we learned something. That's right, man. Good stuff.
Very odd.
All right.